Right, guys. Now that we have discussed the three components, let's move on to the second last component of the Android Studio, which is the tool windows, the toolbar windows, right? So here we have our toolbar windows. So over here you can see certain apps. These tabs, favorites, build variants, run, to do, Android monitor, terminal, messages, event log, and Gradle console. So right now we are just opening the Gradle console. So let's go through each and every tab once. So the run is the log. Like whenever I am running my Android application on AVD, Android virtual device, or the emulator, whatever messages are coming, whatever the log messages that I have written. So we write log messages basically to track how our code is flowing, how the whenever the application, like suppose from you're moving to login page to some other page where you can click a picture through the camera, so you can have certain log messages like log message 1 could be login successful, log message 2 could be camera open, log message 3 could be picture successfully cropped, log message 4 could be picture successfully uploaded to the server and likewise. All right, the next is a to do thing. Like I can add certain things which I need to do, in the in my Android application, in the entire code base. Android monitor, coming to the third tab, Android monitor, it basically monitors our Android application when we are debugging the application. So it can write from, like you can see certain messages, log messages that open GL render and all those things. Like, so it's basically showing us how our Android application is performing. The fourth component is terminal. This terminal is very similar to the native terminal in Mac, Linux, or Windows. So all the commands that works on the normal terminal works here as well. It could be normal, it could be CD, it could be anything, right? So I will again change it to Android Studio. So I think Android Studio, right? Sorry. Right, so we can do all these features. We can again ls and see how it's working and all those things. The fifth is the messages. So whenever we compile our Android application, it shows certain messages, and these messages are broadcasted by the Android Studio. So messages like, the Android application has been successfully compiled, the Gradle build is completely successful, and all these kind of messages. Another tab to see is the event log. This event log consists of all the things, all the events that we performed on Android Studio so far. As you can see here, when we were checking the code for any suspicion, when we build the Gradle. So let's see another event. Like I'll just build my Gradle, build my application, and now you can see another log message, the event log, which is Gradle sync started. The Gradle console is one more feature that is provided by Android Studio. So like you must have seen certain actions, certain activities over there. So this is what it is, the Gradle. So when we build the Gradle, these were the messages, these were the like status things that Gradle console showed us. Build variants is basically used to see the variables which we are the parameters which we are want to monitor and which are responsible for building and running our Android application. So here we have the module is app. This the app module app means the application for which we are seeing the build variants, and build variant is debug. Debug and release are two options. Debug is when you are checking your app, like when you are developing the app, you might want to see if certain features are working or not. And release is when you want to push this application to Google Play Store so that it is available for the entire public throughout the globe to download and use your application. Last tab is the favorite tag, wherein we can have certain bookmarks, we can have breakpoints and all those things. So if I add a bookmark breakpoint here, I expand this window and I can see on line 11 in main activity.java I have made a breakpoint. So these are all the things that is provided by the toolbar in Android Studio, a toolbar window in Android Studio, right? So this is all about the toolbar windows. In the next chapter, we will discuss about the last component of Android Studio, and which is the status bar, which is the bottommost part of the Android Studio. That's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching.